Hey everybody, this is Maura at Mystical Trinity. Welcome to my channel. I am so happy you're here. I'm doing a pick a card reading today, and so this is going to be who is your soulmate? So you can either choose deck number 1, deck number 2, or deck number 3. Think about it and go with the one that you intuitively feel drawn to. With deck number 1. So those of you who chose deck number 1, who is your soulmate? We're going to find out qualities that they will have. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So this is someone who is very trustworthy and has a strong sense of faith. We've got the Fool. This is someone who is very adventurous and open-minded and optimistic. You've got someone who has these qualities of Midas and Miser. The light attributes are entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. The shadow attributes are hoarding money or emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So this is someone who is entrepreneurial. They do like to do new things. They are adventurous, and they're wealthy and they're creative. They could very well be a business owner. They're very successful. God of the underworld. Something which no longer serves you is about to end. So this is someone who is completing a major life cycle and leveling up and coming into this whole new way of being and doing in the world. We've got the Watcher, Queen of Mirrors. This is also someone who's very mystical, who's connected to the other side, who has a lot of wisdom and insight, who's very strong and wise in their feminine energies, their feminine powers. They're very observant. They're very intuitive. They probably have some spiritual gifts. Again, look at this as someone who may hold back their emotions because they don't want to hurt other people's feelings. They may be completing this cycle having to do with self-esteem and self-worth issues. Comparison. Yeah, this is someone who compares themselves to others. And again, it's this, they have, like some self-esteem and some self-worth issues. They compare themselves together and they frequently feel like they're not good enough. And so they're always seeking to do better and trying to improve themselves. This is someone who is interested in marriage. Who believes in, in long-term commitment, in stability, in family, in life partnership. This is someone who has gone through a lot of heartache, a lot of challenge in their life. And so they've had to go through this period where they're rebuilding their heart space, their emotional space, rebuilding themselves from the inside out, so that they can really feel worthy and deserving of all the abundance that they've been receiving. Yeah, see, this is someone, again, who is very intuitive. They have psychic insights. They are probably very holistic. They're very spiritual, if not religious. It's like they have a higher level of spirituality. They're probably empathic. They're probably someone who really likes to meditate. 9 of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So this is someone, again, who's going through this process of mastering themselves emotionally. They may worry a lot, but again, it's part of this soul learning that they've been going through so that they can master their own emotions, so that they can move on to this next cycle in their life. Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. This is someone who may be a musician or an artist of some sort, and they are very dedicated to their daily routine. They know that practice makes perfect, and so they're loyal, they're determined, they persevere, they have a great level of focus. They're not really flighty, like they're very stable and consistent. Yeah, and this is someone also, spiritual teacher. They have a very high level of spirituality. It can be someone who is a spiritual teacher already or will be soon. It says you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. So this could be someone online who does a lot of spiritual teaching, consulting. They hold workshops. They do public speaking. They're very involved in engaging with others on this higher spiritual level. So really beautiful, a lot of mystical energy, a lot of entrepreneurial energy, and someone who's very, very into finding this lifelong partnership. So those were your messages. Those of you who picked pile number 2, who is your soulmate, these are your messages. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So this is someone who is supported by a larger community, and they're open to having other people help them out, to support them. Yeah, see how this 9 of Pentacles came out in reverse. It's like this person is going through a process of self-mastery, and they're needing the support of their community to really master themselves. I feel like they're going through a period of growth, really working on themselves. This is a father, light attributes, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit, and the shadow attributes, dictatorial control and abuse of authority. So this is someone who is already a father or will be a father. They're currently single, working on themselves. Angel of space clearing. It is time to clear old negative thoughts and feelings. So someone who is, again, really working on themselves, working on leveling up and getting rid of things that no longer serve them. They could be reviewing the past, mistakes they've made in the past, deciding who they were before and who they want to be now and in the future. So they're kind of doing this, self-reflection, really working on themselves at this time. 5 of Stones. So it's this energy of, feeling sad and regretful for what happened in the past. So again, someone who's really working on themselves, being a better version of themselves. They're processing some loss, some pain that happened with them in the past. The Lovers, it's the sadness probably has to do with choices they made in the past in regards to love, where they're realizing that they did not make the right choices for them. But what they're not realizing is, they always have opportunity to learn and grow and evolve and change. So this is someone who really wants a divine counterpart, yet they're very much, trying to master themselves, trying to make better choices and decisions for themselves. Compromise. So again, this is someone who's trying to find that inner balance, that inner compromise, trying to do what's right, trying to balance their masculine and feminine energies so that they can be balanced. Poverty, number 10 energy. So it's someone who could be struggling financially, but more so I feel like it's these issues of self-worth and self-esteem they hold within themselves. It's a number 10 energy, so this is letting me know that as they go through this process of self-development and growth, they'll be cycling out of this energy to be able to, really embrace themselves and see the value that they hold. But they're very much like in process. Simply love. Yep, this is this unconditionally loving energy. Again, it's masculine energy. So this is the father and child relationship. They very much want to be a father, to be a good father, to be a positive masculine energy. They really value love relationships and unconditional love, but it's like they're having to learn and grow from their past. So again, they're very much in a process of getting to this place, so that they need to be able to love themselves unconditionally so that then they can show that love to others. Yeah, King of Raphael, warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So this is a lot of water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. This is, again, a beautiful, sensitive, masculine energy. He's very creative. He feels very deeply. He is very imaginative. He's very dreamy. And it's someone that you can trust because it's someone who's very real with themselves. But they like to have their hands in a lot of things. They could very much be a caretaker. And study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So this is someone who really likes to learn. They're very dedicated to improving themselves and learning new things. So they like books, they like research, they like education. It's like they're just working very hard on being the best version of themselves so that they can make better choices and be in this really beautiful, balanced, masculine energy. So those were your messages for pile number 2. This is pile number 3. For those of you who picked pile number 3, these are your messages about who is your soulmate. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this is someone who's not particularly shy. They're probably more of an extrovert, and they like to express themselves in regards to how they feel. Yeah, here they are, Ace of Pentacles. They like to show up big. They may have a big personality. They are probably very well off materially and financially. They like to give gifts. They like to give rewards. One of their love languages is giving gifts. They're very material. They could be an earth sign. Priest, light attributes, facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Shadow attributes, violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So this is someone who has a very high level of spirituality. They could be a priest, or they could have some involvement in a religious community as a leader, but they're at a very high level spiritually. Angel of Emergence. It is time for the real you to emerge. So this is them leveling up, more fully embodying who they are, because they're going through some shifting and some changing and some things that they had held back in the past. It's like they can't hold that back anymore. And so they're expanding and evolving. And so this whole new layer of the old them is kind of peeling away so that the new version of them can come into the world so that they can more fully embody who they are in a very authentic way. We also have Angel of Joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. So this is someone who is very joyful, who's very open to miracles and magic and mystical things. It's someone who has a very high vibration. They tend to be happy and optimistic. The Dreamer, Knight of Mirrors. It's someone who has a beautiful imagination, and when they get something in their head, they really like to pursue it. They're an action taker. It's almost like there's some beautiful Aries energy here. Breakthrough. Again, this is more Aries energy. This is someone who likes to do things. They're very much a doer. They're not someone who kind of sits at home and lays on the couch. They like to get out and do things. They're kind of a rule breaker. They are here to do things new and differently. They're very passionate. They could be breaking a lot of the social norms, really listening to their own intuition and guidance instead of doing things the way you're supposed to. Yeah, this is someone who has some sort of official position. They could be in the military, they could be in law. Again, they could be a priest in the military, but it's a very high level masculine, someone who has a sense of authority, someone who likes to create relationships and engage with others, someone who really knows who they are. They're very strong in their own inner knowing and their inner feeling, and they let their heart guide them. See how both of these images have a lot of butterflies? It's like they're very into the transformational space, helping people. I believe it's, and look at, there's another wings here I just noticed. It's like someone who helps others be the best versions of themselves. So they're a giver. 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So it's someone who does like to be prepared, who has a high sense of self-worth. It could be someone who strongly believes in all things environmental, supporting the earth, green movements, recycling. But it's someone who's very passionate and determined, has a great amount of drive. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Yeah, someone who is very in tune with themselves emotionally. Again, they trust themselves, they trust their feelings, they trust how they trust the impression they get from others. It could be an empath, an artist, yeah. They're a very creative person. They could pursue some sort of art, some sort of music, dancing, painting, gardening, writing. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So it's someone who, if they're not an artist themselves, they really enjoy the arts and they contribute to the arts. So those were your messages for pile number 3. Who is your soulmate?